I don't know how they pulled it off, but somehow the Dodgers got this deal done. They're going to be so good in 2020. It's absolutely sick. It makes me sick to my stomach as a Giants fan, but the Dodgers are freaking loaded, and sooner or later we got to talk about them, and today's the day, so let's get to it.
And he drives it into right center field, hit it ton. This baby is way back on a
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Humm Baby Baseball channel, and today we're talking about the Los Angeles Dodgers, who yesterday picked up one of the best players in the game. And they did it without having to give up a whole lot. Alex Verdugo's a great young kid, a nice player, love his swing, but you know what? They're picking up one of the best players in the game, top 3 easy in Mookie Betts. And all they had to do is really give up Alex Verdugo. Yeah, they had to send one of their nice pitchers over to the Twins, but then they got a nice pitcher back from the Red Sox to take his place. So that really wasn't that big of deal when Kenta Maeda is gone, and then you have David Price. It's that kind of balances out there a little bit. So not a big deal, especially when you're stacked like the Dodgers are. So we got to get into this. I mean, this is absolutely amazing. I don't know how they pulled it off. They didn't have to give up Gavin Lux. They didn't have to give up Will Smith. They didn't have to give up Dustin May. They didn't have to give up some of their really good prospects like Keibert Ruiz, like Jeter Downs. Goes on and on and on. They got to keep everybody. Except Alex Verdugo. They got to keep everybody. They are still absolutely stacked. And not only that, the Red Sox are giving them money too. They're getting paid to do it. How the hell did that phone call take place? Hey, Mr. Bloom. Mr. Bloom, it's Andrew here with the Dodgers. Andy, what's going on, bud? Yes, we'd like to get Mookie Betts from you guys. I'm just going to say it. We'd like Mookie Betts. Tell us what it's going to take. We want to get it done. Yeah, no. It's gonna take a huge package. We're gonna need all your best prospects. We're gonna need Keibert Ruiz, Will Smith, definitely Gavin Lux. We're gonna need a lot. So that's not gonna be an easy deal to do. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. I tell you what we can do. Well, we'll send you Alex Verdugo, and you go ahead and send us Mookie Betts, and also send us one of your best pitchers, and also a bunch of cash money as well. How's that sound? Done. How do you pull that off? So the Dodgers just got one of the best players in the game. They also got a really good pitcher in David Price. And they're getting a whole bunch of money. And they had to give up one young player who's not a big deal to them because they have tons of young players who are really good, and old players, and medium-aged players, and all the good players pretty much in the world are on the Dodgers, it feels like. Here's a possible lineup. This is just one possible lineup for them. Look at this. Betts, Muncy, Justin Turner, Cody Bellinger, only the MVP, A.J. Pollock, Corey Seager out at short. Then Gavin Lux and Will Smith, two of the best young players in the game. I'm sorry, Will Smith is awesome. Gavin Lux is incredible. This lineup is sick. And I did a little math. I added up all their at-bats at the big league level only. I ignored the minor league stats, just big league level at-bats, and I added up all the home runs from this lineup. And I figured out on average per 500 at-bats how many home runs this team hits. On average, per 500 at-bats, about a full season, they're hitting 29.8 home runs. Per. About 30 home runs per hitter in this lineup. That is how sick it is. And that's without mentioning guys coming off the bench and guys prepared in the minor leagues. All these other guys they got, like Edwin Rios. He hit 35 home runs last year between AAA and the big leagues. You got Kyle Garlick. He hit like 20 home runs just in the first half last year in the minor leagues before he got promoted. They got a ton of guys. I haven't even mentioned Kiki Hernandez, Chris Taylor. They are just absolutely loaded. Matt Beatty. The list goes on and on. They are so freaking stacked offensively. What about their pitching? It's okay. Not too bad. Walker Buehler, pretty good. There's some guy you might have heard of. His name's Clayton Kershaw. Not too bad. Now you throw David Price in there. Dustin May be starting a few games for him. Julio Urias is absolutely sick. Alex Wood is really good. I mean, they got enough there to have a super solid rotation. When you got that offense, they're going to win a bunch of games. And then the bullpen, every bullpen in baseball is very deep. There's going to be a lot of names in there trying to make the team. But when you look at just the top tier part, it's freaking legit. You got Kenley Jansen closing out games. He may not be as good as he was 2 or 3 years ago, but he's still a very legit closer, no doubt about it. Joe Kelly coming out of the bullpen. Maybe Dustin May if he's not in the rotation. Tony Gonsolin. You got Pedro Baez. The list goes on there as well. The team is absolutely stacked from beginning to end. There's no getting around it. The Dodgers are coming to win in 2020, and I believe it's World Series or bust. This is a rare team that even if they get all the way to Game 7 of the World Series and lose, it will be considered a disappointment. That's how loaded they are. So it's going to be a wild ride in 2020, and the Giants and the Dodgers are going to be going head-to-head a bunch. And the Giants tend to play pretty well against the Dodgers. They tend to step it up when they play the Dodgers, regardless of the rosters. Even when the Dodgers are clearly the better team on paper, the Giants will compete with the Dodgers. So I can't wait, regardless of what the standings might say. It's still so much fun to watch the Giants clash with the Dodgers, whether at Oracle Park or at Dodger Stadium. It is going to be absolutely awesome. Cannot wait to see this team in action. How many games can they win? You know, it'll be a disappointment if they win just 100. This team is that loaded. If you're a Dodgers fan, you got to be hyped. You got to be hyped through the roof right now. But there are a lot of really good teams. I'm really high on the Reds. I'm really high on the White Sox. There are a lot of good teams going into this season. It's going to be an exciting year. Unfortunately, as a Giants fan, I'm going to be watching a lot of Giants games, pretty much all of them. And the Giants, they're not going to be competing this year. There's no way. Now, not when they're in the National League West with teams like the Dodgers. The Diamondbacks have really improved. That's a team to look for. Maybe they're going to go for a wild card. It's going to be tough to compete with the Dodgers again. And the Padres have also made some really nice moves. I think it's best for the Padres they did not get Mookie Betts and give up a bunch of their prospects, unless they could have pulled off some deal like the Dodgers did. But they couldn't swing it. The Dodgers could. I don't know how they did it. I mean, it's an all-star team. That's what it is. It's maybe just short of an all-star team. You know, that lineup, at least 7 of those guys are potential all-stars. Maybe all 9. Let's just be real. All 9 could be all-stars. No doubt about it. But, you know, potentially we could see 6, 7 of those guys actually on the all-star team. Absolutely sick. Thanks, guys, for joining me today. Wanted to give my thoughts on the Dodgers. There's really not a whole lot else to say. We could go through the stats. I don't think I need to go through the stats. Do I need to tell you Cody Bellinger's stats? Do I really need to do that? Do I need to go through Mookie Betts' stats? Do I need to go through Clayton Kershaw's stats? I don't think so. Their names speak for themselves. These guys are legit. Going to be talking more Giants baseball in the next video. Got to talk about some of the moves they've been making. Also going to cover the Twins a little bit on how this affects them, as well as the Angels-Dodgers deal as Jock Peterson has been sent over to Anaheim. So a lot to talk about, and we're going to do it. Thanks, guys, so much for joining me. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. Really appreciate your support. Channel's growing nicely, almost at 2,000 subs, which is absolutely amazing. Really appreciate the support again, everybody. Have a fantastic day, and I'll talk to you next time. See ya! When the Giants come to town, it's bye-bye, baby. Every time the chips are down, it's bye-bye, baby. History's in the making at Oracle